Hi there, it's Sarah Gliko with a HotHouse company at the Wilma Theater. Hi from South Philly, in my kitchen. Hope everybody is safe and healthy and doing okay right now. I'm doing all right. I don't mind being sequestered in my house. I'm a bit of a homebody by nature, but I have a lot of projects and hobbies uh, that occupy my time. So it's been exciting to jump back into those projects that maybe have been put on hold. This is a sourdough starter that my friend Shelby gave me a couple months ago. So I've been baking all sorts of good things with it and feeding her every day. And her name is Birdie. Jared and I are really trying to keep essential items stocked in the kitchen. The yeah, here are my cheese balls. Cheese balls are straight up non-negotiable essential item for me, and I mean, it looks like it's almost halfway empty. It's like more than halfway empty. I just bought these this morning, and we're trying to limit our trips to the grocery store. Just we don't want to make a whole bunch of like frequent small little runs. We want to do like one big shop when we run out of everything. But I don't know, this situation feels pretty dire. I'll probably go within the hour just to replenish the supply. But we always have a open grocery list. We have a list of essential items for the grocery store. That way we just add it. And then when the time comes, there's no guesswork. You're not standing in the middle of the aisle like, ooh, what am I going to buy? Boom, your list is right there. How did I eat so many?
I love reading. Reading is one of my absolute favorite pastimes, and now I have so much time to immerse myself in books and all of the stories that I've been meaning to read. And actually, right now, I'm not reading one book, I'm reading two books. I'm reading two books at the same time, and I'm just in all of my glory. The first book I'm reading, this is an autobiography by a guy named Ernest Kagan. He's somebody that my father really admires. He's a pilot, filmmaker, writer, and his story is incredible. So I've been like just kind of in the thick of it here. I'm on page... What page? I'm on part 1 overture. So that's been really exciting. The next book I'm reading, I've been wanting to read this for quite a while now. His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. And this is just incredible. I'm on page table of contents. So I'm kind of like right in the middle of this here, and it's just super riveting so far. I've also upped my loungewear game so I can maximize ease and flow as I swish from room to room. I've also been doing a lot of face masks and taking nice long Epsom salt baths.
Come on! What are you doing?
I've also been spending a ton of time in my music room. Here's our music room. It is right next to our bedroom upstairs. This is where I can practice all of my instruments and sing. Right now, I am working on a flute piece from the opera Rusalka, so I've been working on that. I've also been working on a piano piece. This is a super cool progressive rock opera that my uncle wrote about Ulysses, and I've always wanted to learn this piano piece. It's called Charybdis, so I've been tackling this. I got through the first measure, second measure, third measure, fourth. I was like, all right, feeling pretty good about myself, doing pretty well. I got down to the fifth measure and the rest, and I was like, I don't need to put pressure on myself to learn this whole thing. There's a lot of notes on that page, so I can just maybe take my time and not really stress. If I, learn those first 4 measures really well and I can play them really solidly, I can just imagine that I'm playing the rest of the piece. And I sound really good. Here in our music room, it is also home to our Wilma wall. Here is our exquisite Wilma wall with photos of every production that Jared and I have been in. For every show on opening night, the wonderful folks at the Wilma give us a signed production photo as an opening night gift. So Jared's first show, The Pillowman, 2006. And here is my first show, Don Juan Comes Home from Iraq, in 2014. And all of the rest. Now you'll notice a couple of photos are a little different from the rest. Our last 2 photos, for me, my last 2 shows were there and describe the night. To answer your question, to answer the obvious question, no, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all that the last 2 photos are smaller than the rest of them. It took me a little while to get over the fact that Don Juan and Blood Wedding down here were not the landscape layout, the horizontal, they were vertical. But we've incorporated it and I think it works fine. The last 2 smaller ones, it really is fine. It doesn't hurt that it ruins the whole kind of like flow and symmetry of this wall. It's fine. They're just pictures, and it's about, it's about the experience of these shows. And oh! Why? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, much love. I'll see you soon.